Hello, and welcome to our lesson on purchasing and procurement. This segment will cover the evolution of purchasing. The recent decade has witnessed significant transformations in purchasing. To understand our current state, it's essential to grasp the evolution of purchasing and supply chain management, akin to a revolutionary shift. This evolution spans 7 periods, encompassing the last 160 years. The early years of purchasing history, often considered to commence after 1850, saw early recognition of the purchasing function. Charles Babbage, in 1832, highlighted the importance of purchasing in his book on the economy of machinery and manufacturers. The textile industry further integrated purchasing responsibilities with selling agents overseeing output, quality, and style decisions. However, a significant development in purchasing occurred post-1850, coinciding with the growth of American railroads. By 1866, the Pennsylvania Railroad elevated the purchasing function to departmental status, emphasizing its critical role. The chief purchasing manager held top managerial status due to the function's substantial contribution. In 1887, the comptroller of the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad authored the first book exclusively on purchasing, addressing enduring issues like the need for technical expertise and centralization of purchasing departments. The railroad industry's dominance marked the early years of purchasing development, paving the way for its recognition as a separate corporate function with specialized expertise. The second phase of purchasing evolution, spanning the late 19th to early 20th century until the onset of World War II, saw a notable increase in the literature addressing industrial purchasing beyond railroad trade journals. Engineering magazines, in particular, emphasized the necessity of qualified purchasing personnel and the formulation of material specifications. During this era, fundamental purchasing procedures and concepts were established. In 1905, the second purchasing-focused book, The Book on Buying, marked a shift from railroad-centric literature. Comprising 18 chapters by different authors, the book's first section delved into the principles of buying, while the second section outlined forms and procedures in various company purchasing systems. The significance of purchasing heightened during World War I, focusing on the procurement of raw materials over finished or semi-finished goods. Interestingly, this wartime period did not witness the publication of major purchasing books. Notably, from World War I to 1945, there emerged a gradual, albeit uneven acknowledgement of the vital role of procurement in company operations, as observed by Harold T. Lewis, a respected purchasing professional from the 1930s to the 1950s. World War II introduced a new period in purchasing history. The emphasis on obtaining scarce materials during the war influenced growth in buying interest. In 1933, only 9 colleges offered courses related to purchasing. By 1945, this number had increased to 49 colleges. The National Association of Purchasing Agents membership rose from 3,400 in 1934 to 5,500 in 1940 to 9,400 in the autumn of 1945. A study conducted during this period revealed that 76% of all purchase requisitions contained no specifications or stipulations of the brand. This suggested that other departments within the firm recognized the purchasing agent's role in determining supply sources. The heightened purchasing awareness during World War II did not persist in the post-war era. Noted purchasing professionals, including John A. Hill and Bruce D. Henderson, observed a lack of emphasis on the purchasing function in American industry. Hill remarked that for many firms, purchases were viewed as unavoidable costs, while Henderson considered procurement a generally neglected and negatively perceived function. Articles emerged highlighting the practices of companies utilizing staff for data-driven purchasing decisions. Ford Motor Company pioneered commodity research and purchase analysis departments, focusing on short and long-term commodity information and buyer assistance. During the post-war period, General Electric introduced the value analysis (VA) technique in 1947, concentrating on evaluating materials and design changes to reduce overall product costs. Despite these internal developments, purchasing remained overshadowed by marketing and finance. The focus in the post-war years and the 1960s was on meeting consumer demand and industrial market needs, with stable competition and abundant material access, factors historically diminishing the overall importance of purchasing. These quiet years in purchasing history lacked elements that would typically elevate the significance of procurement. In the mid-1960s, the materials management concept saw significant growth, with its historical roots dating back to the 1800s when U.S. railroads adopted it. Initially, they consolidated functions like purchasing, inventory control, receiving, and stores under a single authority. External events, such as the Vietnam War and oil shortages in the 1970s, prompted industries to enhance efficiency, leading to the development of materials management. The goal was to address materials challenges from a holistic system perspective, encompassing functions like materials planning, inventory control, procurement research, purchasing, and more. During this period, purchasing behavior was characterized by a focus on competitive bid pricing, with little consideration for supplier partnerships. Purchasing was often relegated to a secondary role, as top management viewed it as passive and risk-averse. Dean Amer advocated for a shift to active purchasing, aligning with overall company objectives and contributing to profitability. He proposed greater involvement in non-purchasing decisions and emphasized the importance of reporting to top management, a practice adopted by only 37% of firms surveyed. The purchasing landscape underwent significant changes over the last 50 years, which proved insufficient when faced with the economic challenges of the early 1980s and the rise of global competitors. To address the loss of America's quality edge, experts recommended solutions like statistical process control and total quality management. The current global era has ushered in unprecedented shifts in purchasing dynamics, marked by intense and rapid competition. Global firms outpace their American counterparts, adopting distinct strategies, organizational structures, and management techniques. Technological advancements reached unparalleled rates, resulting in shorter product life cycles. The emergence of international data networks and the World Wide Web facilitated global coordination in purchasing activities through intranets. This era of heightened competition saw the rise of supply chain management, as firms embraced a more coordinated approach to managing the flow of goods, services, funds, and information from suppliers to end customers. Supply chain management became a crucial strategy for addressing cost pressures and driving overall improvements. Contemporary purchasing and supply chain management underscores the growing significance of supplier relationships, transitioning from adversarial to collaborative approaches. Key activities for 21st century purchasing organizations include supplier development, involvement in supplier design, embracing full-service suppliers, total cost supplier selection, supplier relationship management, strategic cost management, and adopting enterprise-wide systems like cloud-based ERP with integrated internet linkages. These initiatives aim to generate new value in the supply chain. Emerging concepts focus on enabling innovation in the supply base, contributing to revenue growth, utilizing mobile devices for supply monitoring, and managing global supply chain risks. Purchasing behavior is evolving to meet the performance demands of the new era. 3 conclusions can be drawn about 21st century purchasing. Firstly, it is undergoing a transformation in response to global competition, technological advancements, and evolving customer expectations. Secondly, its overall importance is increasing, especially for industries facing global competition and rapid changes. Lastly, purchasing needs greater integration with customer requirements and operations, logistics, human resources, finance, accounting, marketing, and information systems, an evolution that, while gradual, is inevitable. Purchasing and supply chain management history reveals the profession's growth, development, and heightened stature over the past 150 years. Each historical period has contributed uniquely to purchasing's evolution, shaping the contemporary emphasis on integrated supply chain management. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall discuss a new competitive environment. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening, and see you on our next segment.